Anthony Joshua has lived most of his adult life in the public eye. Olympic gold medalist, two-time heavyweight champion, a British boxing icon. So many times, there he was, standing alone, ready to take on the world. But in the aftermath of a car crash in Nigeria, AJ lost two of his closest friends, Sina Ghami and Latif Ayodele. They weren't just part of his team, they were part of his life. And in the wake of that loss, AJ wanted us to know he was never really alone.
It's tough. It's really tough. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and show all of my emotions. I know in today's day and age, it's easy to microanalyze people and, you know, pass judgment, but, you know, I know what I felt, and that's what that matters to me. I know what my duty is. You know, they're my brothers, they're my friends, first and foremost. And then we became business partners, we became hustlers, we became lieutenants, we became generals, we became everything. We became housemates, we were living together. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, but so there's that side of things, and then
Joshua has always been scrutinized. Every performance, every word, every weakness, all examined in public. But you can't critique grief. There's no training camp for it. And this was much more than a professional loss. Even for a heavyweight champion, moments like this remind us how fragile everything really is. That knowledge can be paralyzing for some, but Joshua has found a strange kind of solace in it.
What can I say? One day my time will come, and I'm not scared either, at all. It's actually comforting knowing that I've got two brothers on the other side. You know, I've lost people before, but I don't think I've lost people like that, my left and my right, you know.
Heavyweights live with danger as part of the job. But this is the kind of danger that rearranges how you think about your entire identity, about protection, about strength, about who was really carrying who.
Throughout this journey that I've been on, you know, it's not easy, but I didn't even realize that I'm the big guy, you know what I mean? But I was walking with giants, man, that kept me protected, kept me shielded. But the mission must go on. I understand my duty. I understand, what they wanted to do for their families. So what my goal is to continue to help them achieve their goals.
This is where the language shifts from loss to responsibility. Not in a motivational way, but in a practical one. Joshua had rebuilt himself before, after defeats, criticisms, and doubts. But now the drive came from somewhere deeper.
Even though they may not be here in the physical, when I pray at night, when I pray in the morning, I know spiritually they're gonna aid me through, because it's not just physical strength that will get me through. It's gonna take a lot of strength from the higher power. So I'm gonna definitely be saying my prayers, and I'm gonna help them fulfill their dreams for their families. Not only me, there's a whole team of us, the whole brotherhood, a whole sisterhood that will be helping fulfill their legacy and fulfill their dreams. But I know in my corner of the world, I know what I'm going to be doing.
Boxing is obsessed with immortality, with legacy. But for Joshua, that stopped being the point. Life became about duty, loyalty, and doing what's right, even when no one was keeping score.
And I know what we're going to do to continue their, I don't want to say legacy, because I had a lot of those questions during my fight in Miami. How does this affect your legacy, legacy? It ain't about legacy, it's just doing what's right. And I know what I'm gonna do what's right for them. I know what I gotta do.
What was meant to be a pound-for-pound showdown for the lineal and WBO junior welterweight titles turned into a boxing clinic. Shakur Stevenson didn't just beat Teofimo Lopez, he dismantled him and earned some complimentary Floyd Mayweather Jr. comparisons in the process.
People have been calling you this generation's Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel about that comparison?
I'm the first Shakur Stevenson, but Floyd Mayweather's my guy. He called me right before the fight. He always texts me. He told me that he was proud of me before the fight happened. So Floyd is my family. I got a lot of love for Floyd, but I'm the first Shakur Stevenson.
Coming into the bout, Lopez was full of confidence, and not without reason. Not only was Stevenson moving up another division, Lopez's resume featured bigger names and higher profiled wins, and he was unbeaten at the weight. On paper, this was meant to be his division.
I think it's fair to say, maybe you'll disagree with me, Mike, but I believe that this is the best fighter Tio's ever faced, and Tio is the best fighter Shakur's ever faced.
Yeah, no question, Todd. But again, Tio's faced an elite guy, a future Hall of Famer in Vasily Lomachenko, and Josh Taylor was the lineal and Ring Magazine champion at 140 when he beat him. Who has Shakur fought who's even on the level of a Josh Taylor?
Do you rate Shakur Stevenson higher than Josh Taylor and higher than Vasily Lomachenko?
I do. I think the style, especially the defense, I think Shakur's going to fill out really well at 140. You see his frame. He's long. He's rangy. I think he's going to be excellent.
While confidence is one thing, delusion is another. And all week, Lopez behaved like a vulgar teenager, out of his mind on pure squishy juice.
We're dealing with high-tech Lomachenko.
I'll bet you something.
Oh, I want to bet whatever.
Yeah,
you wanna
whatever.
Whatever you want to put up.
I bet that you can't.
No, say it, say it, say it, say it.
I bet that your mouth can fit.
Say what you bet.
I would smack the shit out of you. I smack the shit out of your. What'd you just say? Hey.
It's gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. It's gonna feel like a foot in your mouth. It's gonna feel like a foot in your mouth.
Come on, man, you know.
Hey, to all y'all, when does everybody consider
I would
leaving?
smack the shit out of
Leaving
your
these
bitch ass
nuts
boy.
in your mouth.
Hey, I would smack the shit out of you.
Like, yo, acrobat.
Let's go,
now he's in the
Jam.
clown mode. Stop clowning, man.
Let's go, Jim.
Hey,
Ain't nothing
hey,
to be
watch
funny
your
about.
words.
It's like
You
a foot in
respect
your
me,
mouth.
pussy?
Hey, look how they get riled up. Oh,
At the weigh-ins, the Lopez circus continued. Stevenson stepped onto the scales, calm and focused at 138.6 pounds. He looked fit and healthy too, not like a puffed-up featherweight who had stacked on weight for a surprise shot at the title. When Lopez took to the scales at a slightly heavier 139.6 pounds, it quickly became apparent that it wasn't just him playing the fool. His father danced around with his son's WBO belt in the air, acting like the fight itself was a mere formality. And the family wasn't done. Instead of the traditional face-off, Lopez ignored Stevenson entirely and wandered off on his own to interact with the crowd. But Stevenson wasn't having it.
As he should. Soak up the moment. That's what the takeover does. He takes over buildings. He's taking over the MSG. Last time he was here, it wasn't so good for him.
There's a power move by Shakur.
Shakur Stevenson, a two-time world champion.
Stevenson stepped right into his opponent's face, and Lopez suddenly looked far less amused about the whole ordeal.
I can't wait to see him tomorrow. I can't wait. It's my time. I've been ready for this moment since I was a child, and now it's all coming together.
Against William Zepeda, you said you proved that you were a dog in that fight. What are you going to prove in this one?
That I'm the best boxer on the planet of Earth.
Meanwhile, the Tio Jr. and Tio Senior variety show rolled on like nothing serious was about to happen at all. They could not have been more confident if they tried.
Get your popcorn early, get your beers early, because this one.
Once the bell rang, the comedy ended. Stevenson controlled the center, broke Lopez down with precision, and quietly began to humiliate him. Lopez's father had no answers, while Stevenson was playing the bully.
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
By round 6, Lopez had been outlanded 78-23, and a cut had been opened over his left eye. By the final bell, Stevenson had landed 165 punches to just 72. Hardly the stats of a so-called defensive fighter.
Yeah, for sure. I heard him a couple of times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
Another weight jump and another world title, but it seems Shakur isn't done taking risks, and he believes that his legacy will be better served through competition than belts alone. Well, that's obvious, because after the win he called out Conor Benn, who has never held a belt, but who last fought at middleweight. Ben met him in the ring and appeared more than happy to meet Shakur anywhere, anytime, so long as it's at welterweight, where Shakur has never fought. It was a chaotic week for champions. Carlos Adames retained at middleweight with a draw, Xander Zayas unified, Josh Kelly grabbed a title, and Elif Nurtaran defended, all via decisions. The only champ to avoid rematch talks was Bruce Carrington, thanks to a ninth-round knockout. To the heavyweights, the least surprising comeback ever is official. Tyson Fury is back, and he'll be fighting in the UK this April 11th. The former champ announced his most recent retirement in January of 2025, before announcing his return a year later, because of course he did. This will be Fury's first UK fight since December of 2022, when he defended his WBC title by beating Derek Chisora for a third time. Following that win, he fought 3 straight in Saudi Arabia, first beating Francis Ngannou, before losing 2 on the trot to Alexander Usyk for undisputed bragging rights. Usyk won both fights on points in May and December of 2024 to become the first undisputed champion of the 4-belt era. Fury retired shortly after, again, but after 4 previous retirements, it was hard to believe that this one was going to stick. Excited to be back, announced Fury. Heart's always been and always will be in boxing. Someone go tell the king that the ace is back. Fury will face Arslanbek Makhmudov on April 11 somewhere in the UK, and the bout will be streamed live on Netflix and be promoted by The Ring magazine, because when Turki Al-Sheikh calls, boxers say yes to bags and bags of money. And going back to Derek Chisora, Del Boy made a wish for his 50th and possibly final professional boxing bout, and it looks like it has come true. Chisora will face the former WBC champ Deontay Wilder, who just happens to be fighting his 50th professional bout too. Chisora, 42, has fought everyone, often twice, from Dylan White to Alexander Usyk to David Haye, and even the Hall of Famer himself, Vitaly Klitschko. Since losing to Fury in 2022, Chisora has won his last 3 straight in what appears to be a miraculous late career turnaround. Wilder, 40, started his career with 42 wins, 0 losses and 1 draw, with an astonishing 41 knockouts. That run included a lengthy stretch as the WBC champion, but Wilder has gone just 1-4 between 2020 and 2024. That makes this the start of a rebuild, or the end of the road. This April 4 at the O2 Arena in London, Chisora vs Wilder will headline the first Misfits Pro event, which will be streamed live on DAZN. Sticking with the heavyweights for just a little longer, Jarrell Miller proved his willingness to cheat at just about everything. In 2019, Miller lost the biggest opportunity of his career when he tested positive for not 1, but 3 banned PEDs just 1 week out from his title fight against Anthony Joshua. Cut to last week, the Big Baby claimed a split decision victory over Kingsley Ibe, but not before Ibe literally knocked Miller's toupee clean off his smooth, shiny dome. So it's funny, right? I get to my mama's house and she had some shampoo bottles under her table, and the shampoo, that was like ammonium bleach. I literally lost my hair like 2 days ago, he claimed. So I called my manager and said, get me one of those mains, and I slapped that on real quick. Ibe knocked that off. Whatever you say, champ. And finally, to the junior middleweights. Sebastian Fundura's delayed WBC title defense against the former welterweight champion Keith Thurman has been rescheduled for March. Thurman was originally chasing the belt in 2024 until he was forced out of his title fight with Tim Tszyu with an injury. For that bout, Fundura stepped in, upset Tszyu, and claimed the gold. Fundura and Thurman were originally scheduled to fight last October, but Fundura injured his hand and his hopeful January return didn't pan out. Fundura vs Thurman will now touch down this March 28th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.